live. What's up? What's good? What's going on? Welcome back to the War Zone once again. Here we are with Bellator 283, Lima versus Jackson. Douglas Lima versus Jason Jackson in the main event. What we're going to do is, like we always do, we're going to start from the prelims and work our way all the way up to the main card. We're going to do some predictions and breakdowns. So, let's get it. All right. So, first up, we have Ethan Hughes against Kevin Hand. So, when I'm looking at these two fighters, Ethan Hughes, he's undefeated, 5-0. Kevin Hand's 2-0. He's undefeated, but Kevin Hand is coming out of Cage Sport. This is his Bellator debut. And Ethan Hughes has power, man. This guy's got great ground and pound. He's got submission game, very strong. And don't let him get a hold of your arm. This guy is an arm snatcher, man, with the arm bars. He's on an 8-fight win streak. Now, Kevin Hand is, he's got power as well. He's a brawler. This guy likes to brawl. But I just think he's too green. I think he needs time to develop. And this is his debut, and I think he's probably biting off a little bit more than he can chew. So I'm going to go with Ethan Hughes in this one, and I think Ethan Hughes gets it done. We may see a sub in the later rounds, but I say Ethan Hughes by unanimous decision. All right, next up, we have Kai Kamaka against Akhamed Magomedov. We all know Kai Kamaka, man. He's a former UFC fighter, decent fighter, but he's lost 3 of his last 4 fights. He really hasn't put his career together, man. He, like I said, he's dropped 3 of his last 4. But he's not impressive. He's just your average guy, man, who I believe is just here for the money. Not really trying to improve his game and any real goals. But Akhamed Magomedov, very strong. This guy is a sambo guy. This guy has a submission game, very strong, will take you down and control you on the ground. He's not a KO threat, but very dominant. And I think he grinds it out. I think he wins this fight by unanimous decision. So I'm going to go with Magomedov by unanimous decision. All right. Next up, we've got Roman Feraldo against Luis Iniguez. Man, this right here is a lock. I'm going to have to go with Roman Feraldo in this one, man. This guy's got big KO power, man. This guy's finished his last 9 opponents by KO. He's got hands. This guy's got devastating knees, very explosive. I don't look for this fight to last very long, man. Now, Luis Iniguez, decent power. Not sure why he's actually fighting against Feraldo in this one, man. I'm telling you, man, it's just a big skill lapse here, and I think it's a mismatch. So I'm going with Roman Feraldo. Late first round KO or early second round KO. Next up, we have one of my favorite prospects and up-and-coming fighters, man. Jaylon Bates against Mark Coates. Jaylon Bates, man, I don't know what to say about this guy. This guy, at the rate he's going, man, if he's serious, stays serious and focused with his career, this guy is a future champion, man. Jaylon Bates is just, he's tall, he's rangy, he's limber. This guy puts pressure and pace on his opponents. His wrestling is through the roof, people. When I tell you this guy is, I mean, he's relentless. He's one of those guys, if he doesn't take you down the first time, he's coming right back to try to take you down again. He is looking to take you down and sub you, period. He can strike on the feet. He's got power and he's got decent hands, man. But he's a non-stop sub threat. And if this guy gets you to the ground, man, yeah, oh my God, it's going to be a problem. Mark Coates, decent grappling, decent hands, tough guy, experience, but you know, one of those opportunistic guys. And like I said, man, Jaylon Bates is just going to be too much for this guy, and I don't see this fight lasting long. I'm going to call Jaylon Bates, looking to wear him down with the grappling and eventually sub him in the third round. So I got Jaylon Bates by third round submission. All right. Next up, who we got here? Show me what we got here. All right, so we've got Gadzhi. Let me get this right. Rabadanov. Gadzhi Rabadanov against Bobby King. So when I'm looking at these two fighters, man, Gadzhi's got power. He's got hands. This guy trains with Khabib, and he is a very good grappler, man. Very tough, good cardio, and I think he has more tools in the toolbox. Bobby King, he's strong, he's tough, but he can be reckless at times, man. Decent takedown defense. And a good striker, but he's got a suspect chin, man. And Rabadanov has got decent power in hands, man. And this guy is definitely the better grappler. So I see a clear path to victory for Gadzhi Rabadanov. I got him by decision in this one, 29-28. All right, next up, we've got Veta Arteaga against Vanessa Porto. This is a pretty good matchup right here. I like this matchup. So Veta Arteaga, she starts really fast, really fast hands. Does tend to slow down as the fight goes on. Very aggressive. Like I said, come forward, but very hittable. She loves to brawl, but she slows down tremendously as the fight goes on. Now, when I'm looking at Vanessa Porto, she's very patient. This girl knows how to pace herself. She has power. She's a great counter striker and an excellent grappler. Like, this girl transitions very well on the ground. Like I said, very strong takedown defense, and she's got experience. She's got the more experience. So I'm going to take Vanessa Porto in this one, and I think she can get it done, man, by unanimous decision, man. She's just too strong for this girl, and I don't see how Arteaga really has a shot in this one. So, Porto by decision. Moving on to the next one. Next up, man, we got this is battle of the undefeateds here, man. We've got Romero Cotton and Dalton Rosta. Two monsters. Dalton Rosta, man, this guy, big guy, muscle, lot of muscle, man, a lot of muscle. But this guy has cardio. Can you imagine that? A guy with muscle mass and cardio. Both of these guys are wrestlers. Both of these guys are college wrestlers. Romero Cotton, I think, is definitely the slight edge for me in wrestling, I believe. Dalton Rosta may have the cardio advantage. He just may. But Romero Cotton's got power. He will sub you, choke you out. Very mean, pressure fighter, physical. Loves to clinch. Loves to fight in the clinch. But I just think he's a slightly better wrestler than Dalton. Don't get me wrong. Dalton is no, and I've seen slightly better wrestlers get out grappled by, wrestlers that have less experience. So Dalton is very big power. Former light heavyweight, mind you. Like I said, he's a slow starter, but this guy has got kicks, and like I said, he's got BJJ, but the muscle mass on this guy, man, I don't know. It's going to be a really close one. I'm leaning more towards Dalton Rosta, man, because of his cardio. Now, don't get me wrong, Cotton, this is a toss-up, but I'm giving the edge to Dalton Rosta for this one. But like I said, it can go either way, people. So, don't be hesitant about picking Cotton in this one as well. So, moving on. Next up, we've got Davion Franklin against Marcelo Golm. So, we're looking at Davion Franklin. Big power, this guy, man. I question his cardio as the fight goes on. He's more like a first round, second round guy. Throws big hands, and that team seems to take a lot out of him. He's got to pace himself, man. This guy can grapple, though. If he grabs a hold of you, you're going for a ride. And he's got some decent BJJ, man. I've seen this guy training, and he seems to know what he's doing. Marcelo Golm, BJJ, black belt. He's fought some good competition. I think he might have the slightly better cardio, but he's big time hittable, and he has a suspect chin, man. So this one here is a toss-up, man, and I think I'm gonna have to go with giving the edge to Davion Franklin. But if Davion Franklin is not careful, he could wind up compromise in the later rounds if he starts to gas or slow down, man, because Golm will utilize his BJJ and submit him. So, but I'm thinking that Franklin can do enough in the first and second round, man, to secure this fight. And even if he slows down in the third, I believe he can keep from getting submitted. So Davion Franklin by decision. Moving on. Next up, we have Lorenz Larkin against Mukhamed Berkhamov. Wow. Lorenz Larkin, this guy, he's got hands, he's got kicks, he's got elbows, but he's very hittable. I love his knees and his Muay Thai style of fighting. This guy's a dog. Let me just put it that way. He is a dog, and he's coming to fight. This here is got the potential to be fight of the night, Mukhamed Berkhamov, though, Sambo guy. This guy is a serious sub threat. He's got power. He's got patience, man. He's got great timing. Very dangerous on the ground. This fight gets to the ground, it's going to be a problem for Larkin, especially early on, because I believe that Larkin will slow down because the better cardio he is definitely Berkhamov. So I'm giving Berkhamov the edge, and I think he gets a submission in the third round, man. I think he wears down Larkin early on and gets a hold of him later on and gets a submission. So I got Berkhamov by third round submission. All right, moving on up. Next up, we have Usman Nurmagomedov, who is the cousin of Khabib, trains with Khabib. This guy, we all know what we're getting with this guy, man. He's undefeated. He's got great range. I mean, this guy's kick game is crazy. This guy's kick game is crazy, and he carries his accuracy of his kicks throughout the entire fight. Great striking, great takedown defense. He's more of a Muay Thai guy, man. He throws big knees, man. Sambo, he's got, and the thing is, he uses his Sambo, like, he mixes it up so good during his fights, and his cardio's through the roof. If you're a Khabib fighter, most likely your cardio is, you know, unless you're not doing your job over there. But Chris Gonzalez, this guy, he's 7-1. He has improved as a fighter. Fights out of Team Alpha Male. He's a decent fighter, man. You know, he's coming off a loss to Yamaki by KO, a KO loss. And he slows during the fight, man. This guy, man. He slows down during the fight. But he does have decent BJJ, but I don't think any of that's going to help him in this, man. And I think that in this fight, we're either going to see a unanimous decision on behalf of Nurmagomedov, or we're going to see a KO in the third round. So I got Nurmagomedov by KO in the third round. All right, next up, we have Sidney Outlaw against Tariq Musayev. Now, Outlaw was supposed to fight Patricio Pitbull, but I guess Patricio pulled out of this fight. So Sidney Outlaw right now is fighting Musayev. So Sidney Outlaw, man, this guy's a wrestler. Sid Vicious, very vicious, this guy. BJJ, he's strong. He will take you for a ride as well. He's got cardio. This guy can fight. Now Tariq Musayev, he's a brawler. He has power, ground and pound, grappler as well. Throws with bad intention, but he slows as the fight goes on. So I'm going to trust in Sidney Outlaw, man's cardio in this one, man, to get it done. I think Sidney Outlaw, we could see a unanimous decision in this. So I'm going to call Sidney Outlaw by unanimous decision. I think he wins all three rounds, man. But I don't think he finishes Musayev. But, yeah, dominant win by Sidney Outlaw in this one. So here we are with the main event of the evening, people. We've got Douglas Lima, former Bellator champion, against new up-and-comer, man, a prospect, and Jason Jackson. Wow. Douglas Lima, as we know, coming off of that loss, that decision loss against MVP, former champion, man, older now. I don't know how much he has left in the tank, but this guy's got big power, BJJ, and you're in for a fight with him, man. This guy, if you make any mistakes, he's gonna make you pay. However, when we're looking at Jason Jackson, he's got power. This guy's got accurate striking. He's got grappling, takedown defense. This guy's hands are phenomenal. This guy's got kicks, and he's an amazing counter striker, man. I'm going to go with the prospect in Jason Jackson, man. I mean, well, he's not quite a prospect, but I mean, he just looks amazing, man. This guy's strong, very smart in the ring, man. I just think he's going to be, he's going to do enough to edge this fight out. So I'm going to go with Jason Jackson, man. I think he wins the decision here, man. So Jason Jackson by decision over Douglas Lima, the former champ. And yeah, that's all we have, people. Thanks for tuning in, man. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the bell icon for notifications, man. Check out the Warzone Boxing and MMA Fantasy League on Facebook. You'll find it, the link in the description below. Check me out, prescription, but the description below, you'll find the link below the lineups. So with that, once again, appreciate you for tuning in. Peace and blessings to you all, and I'm out.